Should you change your mind about buying or selling a home in Southwest Florida based on the July 2022 real estate market activity information? Summer is traditionally a quieter time for the Southwest Florida real estate market compared to our busy peak season during the winter. What do you think is happening in the real estate market this summer? That's what we'll talk about in today's episode. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Terri Pascarelli with MVP Realty. You're probably checking out today's episode trying to figure out if you should change your mind about buying or selling a home in Southwest Florida. We'll look for clues in the July market data. And stay with me to the very end of this video. I'll share an insider tip on something you can look forward to enjoying in the greater Naples area if you're here in September. Don't miss the tip. Stay with me until the end of today's episode. Over the summer, especially during June and July, we questioned how the overall economy and mortgage interest rates would impact the housing market. That's still causing you to ask important questions. If you're a buyer, what should you expect regarding housing inventory? Will you have more choices of homes? And how about sales prices? Are they going up or down? And if you're a potential seller, will your home sell? And how are you going to decide how to price your home? Either way, should you change your mind about buying or selling a home in Southwest Florida? It usually helps to review some data and see what's happening locally. Today, I'll review July 2022 results in the Naples, Florida area real estate market, summarizing data that come from analysis done by the Naples Area Board of Realtors, which tracks home listings and sales within Naples and Collier County, excluding Marco Island. First, here's the July 2022 update around housing inventory. At the end of July, we had 2,429 homes on the market, and that's a big 87% increase compared to the real lack of inventory last July, when we had just 1,295 properties across all price points in this market. So that's a welcome shift and almost double the inventory. So I looked into things a little further. It put it in perspective for me when I look back at the July 2019 inventory. That was a typical midsummer month pre-pandemic. And in July 2019, we had 5,200 homes actively listed in this market. So our 87% increase from last year is terrific, and yet we're at about half of the July 2019 active inventory. So it's not getting us back yet to what we need to satisfy demand. We've had several months of increasing inventory though, so buyers can be encouraged that they usually have half a dozen or a dozen homes they can go look at before making their decisions. The frenzy of 2021 and even earlier this year has pulled back, and that's a welcome change. In other good news for buyers, we saw homes on the market for an average of 26 days during July 2022. That means we're on track to keep improving toward a more balanced market for buyers and sellers. Although to get all the way back to historic days on market of around 90 days is going to take us longer. This is very close to the average days on market actually last July. We're just 7% lower actually. So we should keep an eye on this statistic and see how things play out over the rest of 2022. Our days on market are still really low. And since our increased inventory hasn't caught up yet with our balanced market averages from the past, and days on market are still below long-term averages, experts expect we'll stay in a prolonged low inventory situation for the rest of 2022. Meanwhile, our demand is high. This causes price levels to be somewhat protected, and we experienced that in July with our mean close sales price moving up 16% to $545,000 compared to $470,000 last July. When you call me and ask if our prices are dropping fast, I'll be sharing this data with you and reminding you that it's an improvement to see slower rates of price increases. However, for the most part, the overall trend is for prices to moderate or trend up slightly while demand stays higher than our supply. That can change, and sometimes things change really quickly, so you should continue to keep up with these episodes as more information is reviewed each month. Buyers who are doing their homework don't feel the pressure to just buy like perhaps they may have felt during the height of the pandemic. Buyers are taking more time to research and find a home with a value that makes sense to them. They want the home and the community to justify the price they're investing in it. The overall message is that yes, we're seeing changes to bring better balance between buyers and sellers. However, buyers should not expect home values in the greater Naples, Florida market to immediately fall dramatically. One of the things we don't always talk about is the comparison between closed sales and pending sales. Closed sales in July were lower at 662 homes closed than the hefty 1,170 closes that we saw in sales in July 2021. However, looking back a little further, this July's closed sales are off, but not as much, from the 774 and 829 closed home sales in July of 2018 and July of 2019. So July this year was more of a typical, quieter midsummer month in our real estate market. And we still had slightly more new listings come on the market this July than we did in July of 2019 in that pre-pandemic environment. So this feels like a market that's getting back to more balance. However, it's not a market that's in a free fall. Well, I mentioned the relationship between closed sales and pending sales. With those lower closed sales this year in July, it could be that it's a signal of a pullback in our real estate market. The pending sales, however, didn't pull back as much as closed sales. On a percentage basis, pending sales, which are the number of homes that are under contract and waiting to close, were down 34% compared to last July, while closed sales were down 43%. Well, that's a lot of data. What it means is we should keep an eye on this criteria of pending sales heading into the fall when the market generally gets busier. If pending sales maintain or increase, it could mean this summer was something of a bottoming of our market for this year. If pending sales start sliding lower along with closed sales, then sellers need to take a look at their asking prices, and buyers will likely see more price reductions, which represent new opportunities for them to find good home value. So, should you change your mind about buying or selling a home in Southwest Florida? I'll summarize what we just talked about. However, before I do, if you're hearing some things that are helpful to you, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. That way, you'll be among the first to learn whenever we post new episodes to the channel. And subscribing is free. I won't put you on a mailing list, and subscribing to this channel is just really an opportunity for you to keep current with all things real estate and living life in the greater Naples, Florida area. Your support of the channel definitely helps this channel to grow and reach more people who are interested in this type of information about the greater Naples, Florida area real estate market and about living in Southwest Florida. And if you've already subscribed, thank you, very sincerely, thank you. Your support helps us to grow the channel every month. I appreciate you helping us reach our goal of assisting even more home sellers and home buyers throughout this year. Here's this month's bottom line. I'm not convinced you should change your mind about buying or selling a home in Southwest Florida. What you likely will do is change your approach to real estate sales and purchases. Buyers, we can work together to monitor how prices may be stabilizing in communities you're interested in, and for specific homes to update market comparisons to help you identify the specific purchase that meets your criteria. I can't promise you a price rollback in Southwest Florida, at least not now in the middle of 2022. However, we can avoid outlier prices and focus on value. For sellers, it's a time to be realistic about getting your home ready to sell to make sure it stands out in a positive way from the competition. And you should expect more competition as housing inventory continues to rise. Do you think you should wait and you'll get more showings at a better price next winter? That could happen, certainly. Or, as interest rates are projected to go up further in 2022, your pool of buyers may not grow the way you're hoping for, and their buying power could result in them looking at a different home in a different community at a better value. Overall, it's really hard to time the market. If you're an investor, your immediate return on investment and your time horizon to turn around and resell a property are usually different than if you're a home buyer who plans to reside in your new home and likely stay there for a longer time than a typical investor. So the health of the economy and financial markets are going to tend to cycle. They will probably continue to do that. Should you change your mind about buying or selling in Southwest Florida? Maybe you should. Buyers, maybe you don't want to sit on the sidelines until next year if interest rates erode more of your purchasing power. Or if you're paying rent, which means you're really paying someone else's mortgage instead of your own. And sellers, maybe waiting until next season will mean you're trying to sell alongside a lot more competition from other home sellers in a market that may take more buyers to the sidelines. I wish I could share a magic bullet that everybody would like to find the right week, the right month, and the right year to work magic in the real estate market. For the most part, that's always going to be elusive. The best solutions are often a combination of patience and taking action in ways that you can control as much as possible. I'm here and happy to work with you through your specific situation to have a plan in place to sell your property for the best possible price or to find a strong purchase value in a community you'll enjoy. Reach out today. All of my contact information is listed in the description to this video. I'm Terri Pascarelli, MVP Realty at 239-300-6047. Whether you're looking to invest, upsize, downsize, move on to a new community, or move here from across the country, I'm here and ready to assist you. We can work together to make your next sale or purchase in Southwest Florida successful. Now, I promised you an insider tip for September. Thanks for staying until the end of this month's market update. Here's the tip. Don't miss Southwest Florida's Sizzle Dining program that will run this year from September 8th through the 28th. Many of our amazing local restaurants participate, offering special menus and special pricing on their Sizzle offer. This is a time local residents love to head out to try restaurants they may not have tried before or to return to longtime favorites. A delicious meal and a dinner out with friends and neighbors is a great recipe for enjoying September in Southwest Florida. And $1 from every Sizzle meal goes to Blessings in a Backpack Southwest Florida, which helps provide food security to students throughout the year. I'm looking forward to enjoying Sizzle Dining this year, and I hope you do too. And one last thing, be sure to check out our top 5 tips for preparing your home to sell now. It's right here, so watch it now.